Everyone, salutations. So today we are going to continue with SOP1, the second question of SOP1. Okay, so SOP1 of JavaScript skill set, that is, I think so, skill set 3, okay, of standard 11. So SOP1 has got three questions. So today we are going to perform the second question of SOP1. So the question is about accept two numbers and determine which is the greatest among the both. Okay. So as you can see already in a new notepad, untitled notepad, I have typed the basic structure of HTML. So from this point, we are going to continue. So to start with JavaScript, first of all, now as you know, we are going to embed JavaScript code inside our HTML code. Okay. So basically, we are trying to combine some elements of JavaScript with our HTML web page. Okay, so to start with JavaScript coding, first of all, you have to introduce the script tag. Now, script tag is used when you are introducing a new language. Inside the structure of HTML, you are introducing new language to indicate the browser that from this point it is going to be so and so language. So, script tag has attribute language and the value is the language itself. So, we will type JavaScript. Okay. Now we can start with JavaScript. So first of all, to accept two values from the user, two numbers from the user, we are going to declare variable. So as I told you, variable means memory space. Okay, little memory space where user can store value. Okay, so we are going to give name to our memory space. So first variable is n1 and the second variable is n2. Okay, so the first number entered by the user will be saved in our memory location known as n1 and the second number entered by the user will be stored in n2 variable. Okay, so now we have declared the variable n1 and n2. Now it's time to use them. Okay, so N1. Please excuse this noise. People are commuting home. All right. So, oh God, I'm sorry. Yes, N1. So to accept value from the user, we are going to use prompt function. That is the inbuilt function of JavaScript. So whenever you want to take number or any textual value, any kind of value from the user, please use prompt inbuilt function. In the double quotes, provide the message enter first number. Okay, so now for second number the procedure is same. Again use prompt function and inside the parenthesis, now this is the structure of parenthesis. Inside parenthesis there is always argument, okay, or parameter. Now this is the argument or parameter, whatever you want to say. Here also we will put a textual message enter second number. Okay, so I have already told you that statements in JavaScript can be ended with semicolon because most of the programming languages each statement end with semicolon, but JavaScript is not a 100% programming language. It has some features of programming language, but it is still considered under scripting language. Okay, it's not a full-fledged programming language. Okay, that is why it also has these I can say feature. Okay, a feature that statements can end with semicolon, but it's not compulsory. Okay, semicolons become compulsory in JavaScript when you are typing multiple statements in single line. But as you can see, I am typing each new sentence I mean each new statement in new line. It's better to call statement. Okay. So, so if I am typing new statement in new line, so there is no requirement of semicolon as such. Okay, but if I am combining statements, typing statements in continuously one line, so to separate the statements, semicolon symbol must be used. Okay, so it's optional. If you are typing new statement from new line, it's 100% optional. If you give, it's correct. If you do not give, then also no problem. So now according to this N1, okay, so when this coding executes, so first of all, it is going to ask a number, a prompt dialog box is going to appear. There is going to be a text box with OK and cancel button. So user can enter first value, okay, inside the text box. So whatever value will be entered will be stored in this variable. Okay, so if user enters 5, value of n1 is 5. If user enters 10, value of n1 becomes 10. Similarly for n2. Now, to determine which number is greater, use if statement. If statement is decision making statement in JavaScript. Okay, so if statement, first of all, it has the keyword if. Now this is case sensitive. JavaScript is case sensitive. All the keywords as it is given, okay, as it is mentioned, you have to use as it is. Please do not make it I capital. Okay, yes, and you are going to execute this in web browser, so you are not going to get error also. At which line there is an error, so type carefully. Okay. So here in the parenthesis, you are going to provide condition. Let us assume first number is greater. Our first number is available in variable n1. So use the variable name n1, okay, is greater than n2. Now this is conditional operator. There are many conditional operators: equal to, not equal to, greater than equal to, and less than equal to also. Okay, so all such symbols, everything, the concept is explained in the lesson. Please go through the lesson. Okay, so if statement has got the true part and the false part. If the condition is true, true part is executed. If the condition is not true, okay, if the condition is not true, it jumps to the false part and executes it. Okay, so first of all, condition is checked. So what is our condition? Our condition is if the value of n1 is greater than n2, okay, in that case, the statement should be displayed is document dot write. Now I'm going to explain you the document and the window in our web browser. Okay, so first of all, you need to understand document is name of the object and it has a method known as write. Okay, so with the help of write method, you can print whatever you want in the document part of the window. Okay, so this is object, this is method. Okay, write is method of document and both are separated with period symbol. Okay, now next, so what do I want to print? I want to print if n1 is greater, so whatever value is stored in n1 that will be displayed. And then, okay, this is a variable name, but we want to add some statement also. So we are going to use concatenation operator. Now plus symbol, plus special character, okay, can be used as concatenation operator to join two different things, a variable and a string and a string. Okay, for example, a first name and last name, if you want to join, use plus symbol between the first name and the last name. So both the different names will be joined together. Similarly, a variable, okay, is getting joined with a statement. Okay, so string statement. Now, statement you can provide as per your wish. I am going to provide n1 is greater than, whom, than n2. Now, this is a variable. this is a statement that we just want to display to format our output properly. And this is another variable. Here also we will need a concatenation symbol. We are combining three different things. Okay, so to join them we will need this. Okay, just like to glue the paper, okay, together you need glue. Okay, to join, form link between them, you need a glue. Similarly, these are three different things: first variable, second variable, and this is these are three words that we want to print in both between them, n1 and n2. Okay, so these are three different pieces of information, but they will be getting joined with the help of concatenation operator. All right, so I hope so that is clear to you. Okay, so now let us close the coding and test whatever we have done. So closing script tag, next line closing body. So for now our assumption is only that user enters first number greater. Okay, so we will test that. Control S. So I have created a folder in documents. Okay, this is the folder JavaScript, so I have to double click on it. The folder is open. Now I have to provide the file name. I will provide the file name SOP1, and this is the second question of SOP1. So I gave a underscore in between dot html, that's compulsory. After giving file name dot html or dot htm is compulsory. Otherwise your file will not be saved as a web document or a web page, and it is not going to be identified properly by the web browser in which you are executing, and you will not get the correct output. So follow all the steps to save the file. Now to see the output, I will go to the folder. Okay, from taskbar there is this folder icon. Then my folder is available in desktop. In desktop JavaScript, this is the file which I saved now, sop1 underscore 2.html. So right click, there is open with option. There are many options, notepad option as well as web browser options. Okay, so now if I want an output, I have to choose a web browser. You can choose anyone. I'm using Google Chrome. Okay, so now I must get an output. Okay, so see, this prompt dialog box has appeared, and we have a message: enter first number, which we typed over here. Okay, enter first number. Okay, the same to same message is available here. So I have to type a number. So our first condition is our first number entered is the greater one. Okay, so I'll enter 5, and I am clicking on enter button from the keyboard. Then next dialog box has appeared. This is for N2. Okay, enter second number. Now I will enter 2 and click on enter. Okay, so now what is this? Why this has come? We have to check. I think so there is some minor mistake. So 5 is greater than 2. Definitely this is correct, but there is no gap in between. I hope so you are able to understand. See how this has joined first variable. Okay, which had the value. First of all, let me clarify this. I think so there is some mistake over here. This should not get printed. So what is the mistake? Okay. See, there is a minor mistake. Control S, I'll refresh it once again. And now I will put some gaps over here because that looks very congested. So before is there is a gap, and after then there is a gap. Control S, now I will refresh the output. And to check the condition, I have to enter the first number as greater number. 8. Now see, I refreshed it. The program is running once again, and it is taking new value. This is only possible if you give value, variable. Okay, so variable can store any value. All right, so variables must be used. Now, second, for example, 4, enter 8 is greater than 4, correct? So, see, N1 and N2 is not getting displayed. What is getting displayed? The values available inside them are getting displayed. Okay, so this is having number data type inside it because we are typing numbers. And is greater than is a string. Okay, so different things are getting combined. So we have to join them with the help of this concatenation operator. Concatenation means joining. Okay, now what? Okay, so true condition is working fine. We gave the input correctly, so our condition is getting tested and we are getting correct output also. And what if n2 is greater? Okay, let's try. So refresh. So once again, now I will give second number greater than the first one. Let me enter first number 9, second number 18. So what should be the output? 9 is greater than 18. Okay, I think so it's not getting tested correctly. Okay, so to get it tested correctly, we have to use else keyword. Okay, to jump to the false part. Let's try this. Copy and paste. So here, see how the syntax works. If this condition is true, execute this. If this condition is false, ignore this and jump to this else part. Okay, so after if statement condition is always the true part of the condition, and if this condition is not true, then jump to the else part. Else part is always carrying the false statement. Okay, so now I will control S and let's see if we get correct output or not. 9 and 18. 9 is greater than 18. No, we are not getting the correct output. So what if I remove this curly brackets? Yeah, okay. Here I have to make changes. N2. Okay, N2 is greater than N1. If the condition is false, if the condition is true, N1 is greater than N2. If the condition is false, N2 is greater than N1. Let's see once again. So I try to rectify. Now let's see if we get correct output. So let me give some another number. 5 and 10. 5 is greater than 10. Okay, it's not jumping in the false part. Okay, so only this part is true. This part is getting executed again and again every time. It's not jumping to this part. So let me see what I can do to rectify it. If it is wrong, it's definitely wrong. I will use curly brackets. Curly brackets mean execute till here and then stop. Let's try once again. Now let me give some another values. Now let me try with the true part. So n1 is greater means let's give a 50 and n2 is smaller. 50 is greater than 10. Yes, it's correct. Now what about if I give n2 greater than n1? So n1 25 and n2 50. 50 is greater than 24. Now it's correct. Okay, but now it has come correctly. See, N2 I gave 50 and N1 I gave 25 as you saw. So now it jumped to this statement, false statement. Okay, so this condition became false. If it became false, it's going to ignore this part and jump to else part. Okay, and actually there is no requirement of curly brackets. But I did not get correct output, so I tried with curly brackets. Okay, if there is only single statement for the true part, there is actually no need of curly brackets, but I was not getting output, so I tried with the curly brackets. Okay, and curly bracket, this is the true part, this is the false part. You have to code true part separately and false part separately. After else keyword, there is always the false part. Okay, so curly brackets also limits the execution. Execution means if the condition is true, just execute this and stop execution. Okay, so there is no chance of going to the else part. And if the condition is false, just jump to automatically, it is going to jump to else part and display this much. Okay, so this is how you must be using curly brackets. And now please let me explain you about the document.write. So see, this is the browser screen. Okay, so wherever you have the output portion, this is the document and the entire thing is the window. Let me give background color to our document. Okay, so we have this body tag. Let me give bg color equal to gold, maybe control S and refresh. Okay, so first of all I have to enter the number. So let me give again the false part. So first number should be smaller and second number should be greater according to the false condition, right? So first number I will give 9, second number I'll give 18. Oh my god, 9 is greater than 18. No, this is wrong. I don't know. I'm getting wrong output when I give these numbers 9 and 18. And yes, what I want to tell you about. So wherever we have got this gold color background, this is the document part, and rest all thing is the window part. That means a document is always inside the window. Okay, so this is the document part. That is why we write if we want to print anything in the output. So we always mention the document, that is the name of the object. Okay, window is the parent object because inside window there is the document. Okay, so document object and its method, that is right. But now, why it did not execute? Why did I get wrong output? 9 is greater than 18. No way. 9 is never greater than 18. Let me try. Now let me give true part. That means 80, 20. 80 is greater than 20. Alright. Now once again let me try with reverse numbers. 20 and 80. Same, it's coming to the true part only, it's not jumping to the false part. Control S. Now, if again I get wrong output, I will close the program and try to execute it once again. So, first number 80 and 20. 80 is greater than 20. Once again, 20, 80, 80 is greater than 20. No, close it, save, and close it once again. Let me open once again. Okay, 50, 30, 50 is greater than 30. Now, so 25, 70, 70 is greater than 25. Okay, now I have got the correct output. Now you will say I did not change anything, then why in different times I'm getting sometimes correct, sometimes wrong. Okay, that is dependent upon the browser. Maybe see first 2 3 times I got wrong output. So that thing is getting saved in the cache memory or the temporary memory. Okay, so whenever there is a variable and the program is getting executed, okay, so these variables are running whatever the values, and I'm giving multiple values. So maybe in its temporary memory the wrong part of the thing is getting stored. Sometimes it happens again and again. Okay, for example, you are attempting to open a browser, attempting to open a website or attempting to log in, and again it shows you login not successful or something like that, or the website does not work properly. So what you do, you clear the history, clear the cache. Okay, so that means whichever the wrong part of the program was getting accessed again and again, and you are not getting the website, okay, loaded properly, or unable to log in properly, you clear the cache and everything. Okay, so similarly is with this coding. Okay, the coding is 100% correct. As you saw, we are getting correct, we got correct output, and now again we are getting the correct output. So it's probably due to the cache memory. In cache memory, again and again, the wrong part was getting executed. So we cannot predict that what actually happened. Okay, so you saw for this very simple code, this was very simple code. Let me try once again. So let me try for the true part. So according to the true part, first number is greater 60, 30, 60 is greater than 30. Okay, now once again. Now second number is greater. So 20, 90 is greater than 20. Now both the times I got correct output. Now it's running properly. Okay. So maybe due to 2 3 times I got wrong output. So again and again I was getting wrong output. That thing was executing, getting executed again and again. Okay. So I will share the coding with you once again. Coding is very simple. Okay. So here you can see I have just put curly brackets for the true part. If the condition is to execute only till here, no need to go, no need, actually it will never go to the else part anyway. Okay, so please take a screenshot and try step by step, you will definitely get the output. So I hope so this was helpful. Okay, and even if the output does not come, so there is no need to worry. Okay, now this was such a simple coding and I was not getting the output. So you saw there can be different possibilities. Sometimes you may get output, sometimes you may not get, but that doesn't mean you should not do or stop trying. Okay, keep trying. Close the program, execute it once again. Okay, let the variables load it freshly. It is going to work. Okay, so I am going to see you in the next video. Third part of SOP1 will come shortly. So thank you for all likes and subscribes. And if you have not subscribed already, please subscribe it. Give your suggestions and videos will keep coming. Will keep coming. Sorry. Take care, everybody. See you in the next video.